This is Hunt for more entertainment. How does this have to do anything with movies?
So, 2019 has came and went, Robert Moore.
Sure has.
And now it is the time of year where me and Robert like to discuss our favorite movies of 2019.
Do it! Just do it! Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it!
The Irishman.
Oh yeah, Irishman was great. Fantastic. I love Martin Scorsese. He's probably one of my favorite directors of all time.
It's like one of his... I can't remember how someone described it, but it's like a swan song to his mobster genre, is how someone described it. And I think it's a very appropriate because it has all his classic actors in it, and it feels like a classic Martin Scorsese movie. Like, this could have been made in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like, in this style. Like,
Well, it feels like that because of the cast, mostly, in my opinion, because you have Al Pacino and Robert De Niro and...
Joe Pesci coming out of retirement. Last time I saw him, he was in that Snickers commercial.
What are you looking at?
I mean, not looking at it.
We're not good enough for you. You look for something else?
I don't know.
What are you, big supermodels? Oh, Jesus. Supermodels. What do you model, gloves? You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
El Camino is probably one of my favorite movies of the year of 2019.
Oh yeah, for sure. A lot of people think it's a cash grab.
It is not a cash grab. Okay, if it was a cash grab, Todd would have lost some weight. Walter would have shaved his head. Things would have been done to make it a cash grab. But I felt like it came from a good place from
Vince Gilligan.
Yeah, Vince Gilligan. God damn it.
So, Parasite is a South Korean movie directed by I'm trying to say it off the cuff, but it's Bong Joon-ho.
What survey says?
Bong Joon-ho. Bong Joon-ho.
So Bong Joon-ho, he made Snowpiercer, which I think is probably one of his more well-known movies because it's a English movie.
Yeah.
It's also on Netflix.
Definitely more accessible towards like a wide audience.
I think Parasite is actually very accessible if you're willing to try a movie with subtitles in it. Parasite's the one to try. And it's also going to be on Hulu coming soon. I think it's going to be next month or the month after, but it's coming to Hulu, so...
Well, I think Parasite is just a fantastic film.
제시카 외동딸 일리노이 시카고 과선배는 김치모 그는 이사촌.
Number one is Lighthouse,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
So, yeah, The Lighthouse is fucking incredible from just, I don't know, every sense of filmmaking you can think of.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those movies that it feels like it's perfect in every aspect. Like, from the cinematography to every placement of the set to the acting to the dialogue. The dialogue is...
It's really perfect, but it is very hard to understand, so I would say, like, preferably to watch it with subtitles because it's accurate to old English talk, like the way people actually spoke in the 1800s.
And I mean, I have like this book this thick, called like Words of the Sea, or and there is main author Sarah Orne Jewett who would interview sea captains and farmers and things and write in dialect. So it was collecting all this stuff and organizing it. I don't tend to get writer's block because of all the research.
I just think Lighthouse is a very quotable film. Like
I agree. It's like a Pulp Fiction of Old English. Like, it's just very quotable.
Or the great comedy Step Brothers.
What are you doing? I'm burying you. I'm alive! I'm alive! You're waking the neighbors! No. Shut up! No! Now I'm gonna play your drum set. Close your eyes. Let the dirt just shower over you. This is your fault.
So, Uncut Gems. Robert Moore, what did you think of it?
It is Adam Sandler's best performance.
Oh, for sure. And it's from the directors of Good Time, which, if you know me in real life, I will not shut the fuck up about.
It's a good film. Yeah, that's why I watched it, because you told me about it.
And Adam Sandler is a person where, you know, you'll tell someone, like, he's actually a good actor, and, you know, they'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? He makes the really fucking stupid comedies. And then you're like, no, you got Punch Drunk Love, you got the Meyerowitz stories, and then now you got this.
Yeah. And Waterboy.
And I like Vicky, and she likes me back. And she showed me her boobies, and I like them too.
Waves is also a really good film.
Oh my god, it's fantastic. And I fucking just loved everything about it. It is a movie that uses, like, modern soundtracks in it, like modern pop music. Like, shit from Kanye West to Frank Ocean and Tyler, the Creator, and it's able to use all of those songs, like, effectively in the scenes without just being like, oh, here's some pop music in the background for the kids. It's actually there for, like, a purpose and the narrative.
Well, a film I watched, Kyle probably hasn't watched it. It's a film called Nightingale. And it is a awesome revenge movie that is done realistically. And it's probably my second favorite film of the year.
I hadn't seen Nightingale yet, so...
But yeah,
I
go
can't comment.
You guys go check it out.
What are you doing?
Jesus Christ, son.
This channel has done a lot to me.
Well, speaking of alcoholics, Shia LaBeouf made a movie.
Which one?
Honey Boy. He plays his own alcoholic father, and I think it's a really good performance, and, like, it was written by Shia LaBeouf when he was in rehab, so I really enjoyed, like, just the screenplay and how personal it was of a movie.
Yeah, I agree. I would agree.
I don't think it's perfect, but...
Another one he did was the Peanut Butter Falcon, which I thought was a really good film. It was a good-hearted film. It was mature, and the characters were well written, and I recommend it. Go watch it.
Okay, so, Robert Moore, do you want to get into the shit now?
Let's get into it.
Alright, so what's your worst movie of the year?
The worst movie of 2019 is Hellboy.
Hell yeah.
No, hell no. I just feel disrespected from that film because I love the Ron Perlman Hellboy a lot, and the director,
Guillermo del Toro.
yes,
He is a fucking fantastic director.
and beautiful monster designs. And I even like the second Hellboy. I'd rather them just make a third one rather than fucking David Harbour coming in with fucking uneven horns and horrible makeup and just constant fucking producers being involved and blaming Marvel. It's like, oh, well, we would have done better if they didn't come out the same day we did or whatever. It's like, oh, that's bullshit.
Dude, if it was Hellboy 3, it would have, yeah, everyone else wanted Hellboy 3 except
I'm
for the
sorry,
producers.
but that movie fails in every aspect, on every level. It's worse than Cats. And Cats is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs.
Robert actually watched Cats.
I actually watched it. I'm one of the few people that watched it. I paid for it, and I watched it. Horrible.
Robert has seen a lot of bad movies.
But Hellboy is the worst. It's bad.
This is the man that's seen...
I've seen Godzilla. I've seen Pikachu. I've seen...
Oh, ooh, Pikachu's going to be controversial, Robert Moore. But
For watching it?
No.
Is it that bad?
No, because my childhood... Dude, people love that movie because of my childhood.
Detective Pikachu is not a good movie. I'm sorry, but it is better than Hellboy. It is. Hellboy's the worst. I'm sorry. It's bad.
those are movies, people. Yeah.
I think, yeah.
So the lesson here is let the fucking cinema die and let it all be released on Netflix, because that's just the better option.
2019's over, bitches.
Like an addiction. Keeping you hooked. Like an addiction.